This is Juliette Kayyem. She was also speaking on CNN to Don Lemon, and she just breaks down every aspect of Flynn and Manafort's conflicts of interests, and how we saw it coming, and why it's obviously completely nonsensical to think that the fact that Flynn didn't register as a foreign agent was some kind of mistake.
Juliette, Flynn was paid $45,000 by RT. He sat with Vladimir Putin. He got $500,000 from a Turkish lobbying firm. Wouldn't the White House have turned up that?
I just want to say really quickly again, so people go, oh, RT is part of the influence peddling. Look, RT puts out some real good journalism. It puts out some real garbage as well. But again, the point would be if he took 44 grand for being on France 24, he would need to note that. Go ahead.
And they're vetting or no?
Yes. I mean, by a Google search. So the White House will claim likely that they don't do vetting outside of what DOD or whoever was holding his security clearance did. But these stories about Flynn's relationship with Russia in particular, but there was also Turkey, were appearing by mid-2016. So it's not like, when he becomes National Security Advisor a couple months later, that there should have been a surprise about some of his affiliations. So the person doing the review, let alone the White House counsel's office, would have known and been aware of the omissions. And just to pick up on what the colonel said, people outside the national security field should not believe that this is like onerous oversight, that, oh, he just forgot. This is part of our blood in terms of who we are in the national security clearance process and disclosing every trip we make, even if we go to Ireland with our family or we have a friend who works for a foreign government. This is part of, it's sort of no different than a doctor having to, take an exam. This is who we are. And so there's the idea that this was anything but a clear intent by Mike Flynn just has to be ignored. He has been in the business for too long.
Yeah, an omission, right? At the very least, it was.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of us actually don't Google. Yeah, as I say, this is the only administration that can maybe plausibly make the case that they didn't Google. And she's right. It is about the process and the core dishonesty of it. I would also add again, and I know we already did this segment, but this was the lunatic who led the lock her up chants about Hillary Clinton. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
Hey, folks, the Majority Report YouTube page is in a bit of a crisis right now because of changes in their algorithms. Our YouTube revenue has been clobbered. We need your help. Just a couple of bucks a month would really help us out and keep this channel going. Head over to our Patreon page to find out more information. The URL is right here.